let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of using platforms when starting your practice and credentialing yourself. Maybe you're curious. I see this question a lot. One of the things that people do not consider when they're choosing between the two is this. When you've got higher rates, oftentimes when you go through these entities, you're going to get a higher rate. Yes, they might make more off of you. You might have to pay a monthly or a yearly fee, or it's free, but they take some off the top. They are doing some of the work for you. Let's face it, they are. And you've got to figure out for yourself how worth it is. They're credentialing you, which often comes with a cost, and it's a pain in the butt. So maybe you don't want to deal with that. Maybe your time is too precious and you don't want to deal with billing. So if these are things that you don't want to deal with, this could be a route for you. The other thing that's an advantage too, if you can compare the price, by the time you think about how much they take out, how much does that compare to what you would pay a biller if you decide to go that route? Some billers charge by the bill, they charge a percentage. Some charge more of an hourly rate. You've got to do the math there and figure out what's going to be the best deal for you. And, for me, when I started, it saved me time, and I didn't want the insurance to be connected to my business or to me. And so I preferred the contract work, and here's why. When I am a contractor, it's like they're operating like a group practice and I'm operating underneath them. So I can take insurance through them. But when it's not attached to me, that means through my business, if clients come in through my business, I can say that I am private pay, which helps me build my private pay practice. That's number one. Number two, I offer services through my practice like therapy intensives and extended sessions that are longer, like mini intensives, that I don't want to have to bill insurance for or cause mess ups with them about whether I can be contracted anymore with them. I can keep these completely separate. A lot of therapists that are starting to do therapy intensives are having to set up completely separate businesses just to offer those other services. This allows me to do that completely within my practice without having to build something else. It's clean. So I can have all of these other services offered through my business, and then I can see insurance clients through these other entities and know that I'm getting paid a higher rate, not having to deal with billing, and I can have all of them do that. That is worth it for me. What most therapists don't realize is even if I pay, the one that I work with, I pay a yearly fee. My yearly fee is cheaper than if I was to pay monthly. And actually, when you do the math, that is less a month for you getting the EHR and all the things with it, including training, free CEUs, consultation if you want it, like all sorts of things that are within that, right? For what works out to be about $95 a month, okay? So you've got the EHR, you've got consults, you've got trainings for $95, and they bill for you, all for $95 a month, okay? They tell you that they don't take anything, and I believe that they don't, anything extra. I trust that because that would be fraudulent. Argue with that if you want, but we're not going there. And that is cheaper. That is cheaper than if I pay a biller, for one. Pay for credentialing, pay for CEUs, any of those things that I could add in there. And then you add in the other ones that are free, right, that maybe pay a little bit less, and I won't name names here. They do take off of each one of your sessions, okay? So if you add up and the amount of sessions that you can have through those other ones, that's actually more than $95 a month. You're actually paying more than what you would pay for some of the other entities when you pay up front, right? When you pay monthly for those. If you, it's $95 for me. If you were to go in and pay monthly, I think it's about $125 a month. So a significant difference every month. But still, you're paying more So with these other entities, if I was to have 40 sessions in a month, I am paying more than $125 a month to them for every therapist that works for them, under them, free. Most people don't realize that and think about that. But to use those, right, to have them do the marketing or put you in and the directories with insurance, yes, there's lots of downsides to working with them, but it's a great place to start for many. And I would argue with the therapists who are out there who are saying don't work for these entities, to check your privilege, to not judge how people start their practice and what works for them, and to check really that it's the insurance companies that are the problem. But I digress. So the big piece here is do what works for you, and know that if there's things in your practice that you want to offer now or want to offer down in the future, that being on insurance panels might not be the right fit for you. And that these entities save you a lot of time, energy, money, headache. And so think ahead in your business, 2 years, 1 year, 5 years. Where do you want to be? It's much easier to tell them, I'm done working with you and you're done with insurance right then, versus having to write letters, get off panels that can sometimes take months and become a big hassle. So think about what you need in your business, what's right for you now, and what's right for you moving forward. And know that you got this, and whatever way you do it is right for you, and that's okay. I hope you have a great day and happy building.